God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong, bold to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. Fill our hearts with true humility. Make us cherish fearless honesty, and help us to resist oppressors' rule with all our will and might forevermore. Ago. I'm the royal town crier. I'm the queen of my poetic woman queendom. I'm the goddess of poetic African savannas, jungles, rivers, and ocean. I am the lioness. I am the tigress. I am the Ghanaian mermaid. I'm the matriarch of modern poetic nations. I am poetry incarnate. And my pen fears no sword, no man, no woman, no coward, no beast, no plague. Forget the muse, for I am the muse. How do we typically respond to the sound of the Ghana national anthem? The Ghanaian national anthem, Ghana's national anthem, our national anthem. How do we typically respond to the sound of our national anthem when no one is watching? Ago. Out of the shadows of darkness we scream. Our voices are tinged with blood that drips onto the roots of our plantain, our yam, our kontomire, and the cocoa, and it's nourishing them. And when we open our mouths, our bloody voices spit onto gold and make it an ugly, revolting thing. And we lay dismembered in stripes and strips of red, gold, and green, while the ink of the potent black star spills across us and then bathes us until we're simply forgotten shadows trapped in trapped rays of darkness. Ago. Ago. If ever there were a hope in the presence of our ancestors that burned ablaze with the infinite inferno of wealth, love, prosperity, joy, solitude, and a crystal clear guiding light, then that hope died when the darkness of their skin transcended to become the darkness of humanity. And if ever there were a hope in the presence of our ancestors, long after the fiery guiding light had been quenched into ashes and soot, then surely the shiny, black, muscular, mutilated men who were beaten until they coughed blood, and the women with plump, round backsides, skin of pure cocoa, and hair that was as thick, as black as cotton threads, who were raped until their woman holes became dry wells of hopelessness. Those men and women whose blood, sweat, and ghost tears of the past that we stand upon today, they would not have begun to breathe the old, tired words that Ghana's children are her future. Ago. Ago. Africa had many past glories, the majesty of Kush, the glimmer and the glitter of Mansa Musa and his gold, the wonder and the intellect of the pyramids that stood for the freshness and the liberating aroma of the vast virgin forest, the natural beauty of the African hair and skin and bodily form, the complex simplicity of civilizations that painted pictures of respect for man and nature. And then the foreigners came. We know the story. They choked our necks, they gorged our eyes, they slashed our backs and thighs until they'd stolen enough blood spit, blood tears, and bloody blood to splash bloody paint all over the royal painting of our very existence. But if ever there were a foreseen bridge over Ghana's troubled waters, connecting the past of empires to the present of ruins, then those men and women whose blood, sweat, and ghost tears of the past that we stand upon today, they would not have begun to breathe the old tired words. Ghana's children are her future. The foreigners controlled the present of our ancestors. Then they determined our future. And they bloodied our past into memories of past glory. How can Ghana's future be found within a past that has birthed a present of the mentality that white is greater than black? The loss of identity that our brothers and sisters of the diaspora must live with like an indelible tattoo on their souls. The belief that the education of the colonizer is what will make us globally competitive. The dream that farming with simple hoes and fishing with small nets can bring us food security and even lead us to export agricultural produce in a galloping world. The hope of finding well-paying jobs and economic prestige in foreign lands. The deception that political games, chance, and trickery are the only roads to money, food, cars, and houses. The creed that religious leaders have the cure for every human ailment, struggle, and discomfort. The conviction that old women are witches who hinder Ghanaian prosperity. And the conviction that young women whose wombs will not conceive children are witches too, being punished by unseen Ghanaian spirit forces. The over-reliance of able young men and women on one uncle and his hard-earned land, money, fame, and connections, the only ticket to be happy in this life. The understanding that women are only good for warming beds, cooking traditional meals, breeding children like farm animals, and to add prestige to a man's name. The socialization that leads women to rely on men for pesewas, kobos, and shillings to buy nice dresses, some quality hair, a new body, and sanitary pads. How can Ghana look for a future and a past that has taught us that the gentrification, the destruction, and the abandonment of our heritage buildings, of our walkways, where we used to play ampe and tumatu, of the food stops, the traditional bullfruit, the gobe, the wache, and the kenke stops? Is it the same as the development, the high rise of a new civilization when every high rise has a bed of cardboard behind it? Ago. Can't you see that we need to produce cutting-edge film and fashion to make a mark? Don't you know that your natural hair can be managed if we produce our own products for it, because the colonizers' billion-dollar domestic industry couldn't care less? Wouldn't it be nice to own our own narrative, the Ghanaian narrative, in its multiplicity, showing the world a patchwork of kente, fugu, mudcloth, Ghana tie and dye, and batik? I said, if ever there were a hope in the presence of our ancestors that burned ablaze within an infinite inferno of wealth, love, prosperity, joy, solitude, and crystal clear guiding light, then that hope died when the darkness of their skin transcended to become the darkness of humanity. Those men and women whose blood, sweat, and ghost tears of the past that we stand upon today, when will we begin to make them proud? By making it in Ghana and in Africa today. Ago, Ghana's children are not her future. We are her present. For the moments that they spilt our blood because of our shiny black skin that made them think that our blood was black too, we lost the chance to live on past glories. But out of the shadows of darkness, we scream, because we are many black stars which culminates into one enormous black star. And our black stars' 5 points are daggers that know how to fight overpowering shadows and to pierce through suffocating darkness. Ago. We must make it, Ghana. And for Ghana to be able to make it, each and every one of us must make it, Ghana. When you eat, make it Ghana. When you dance, make it Ghana. When you sleep, come on, make it Ghana. When you study, make it Ghana. When you dress, make it Ghana. I said when you shudder, make it Ghana. Okay, when you slay,
Make it Ghana.
When you bath,
Make it Ghana.
when you moisturize your hair, moisturize your lips,
Make it Ghana.
moisturize your bosom,
Make it Ghana.
moisturize your
Make
skin,
it Ghana.
when you spend the money,
Make it Ghana.
when you make an investment.
Make it Ghana.
You see, when we finally make it Ghana, our voices will project out of the shadows of the darkness as we scream, because we are many black stars, which culminates into one enormous black star, Ago. Ago. And our black star's 5 points are daggers that know how to fight overpowering shadows and to pierce through suffocating darkness. So make it Ghana.